Okay, so we are back here at Royal Troon, or if you shall call it that, Firth of Clyde links in the Shire of Ayr, Scotland, and we are going to finish out this tournament, the Championship of the United Kingdom, as I am trying to get the focus to be just right, as it's not, but alright, I think that's probably going to be good enough. Okay, so we just had concluded the emerging contender role, and if you recall, we brought in Franz Hackl. No luck with Dustin Emmert getting in, as much as he's been kind of like Mr. Dominant here on this tour as of now. And, I mean, at this point, he will not win the tournament, so he will not win the Slam. But let's see who will win it. And I was wrong earlier in my previous broadcast, and I'll tell you where I was wrong in a second. Thank you, RJL. Great tournament. The Northern Trust up in TPC Boston. He just did that for us. So it's basically a day of History Maker golf, and hopefully you guys aren't quite golfed out yet, because we are going to finish this up, and it should be a pretty interesting finish. So where I was wrong was John Reisner. He has not won on this tour. So Reisner, Fonseca, Kanishi, Aberley, and basically those are the guys who still have a chance who have not won. We have had Jakowski won, we have had Wallace, and we have had Trenchard all win. But so as you can see here, although I will say Aberley, he's in rough shape. You're gonna need to see Reisner falter if you're gonna have that happen. But we're gonna pick up with Franz Hackl at hole 16, and I have not done any out of contention, so I will probably just play the rest of these guys out. It'll take us some time, but let's just do it that way. As I was busy entering in the cut guys and the score, the letter grades for the guys from the earlier part of this round. So this is 16. It is one of the few respites on this back nine. Par 5. It's 554 yards. You do have that pesky burn, which is the Scottish term for a deep creek that runs through. They're usually built up and have kind of like steep sides, and there is one here in play on 16. So it's basically like a ditch with water usually in it. If you remember back, well, you know, one of the most famous ones is at St. Andrews. Swilkenburn goes through the 18th fairway as well as the first. It basically like comes right before the first green. That's really the only place it comes into play on that course, but that is a famous burn. And if you remember at Carnoustie, the ditch that collected Jean Van de Velde back many years ago that got Paul Lowry his first major, and probably his only major there at Carnoustie Links. So that's a burn. He tried to lay up, and then it just went horribly awry. Triple bogeyed that final hole. Anyway, but this is a birdie hole, and Franz Hackl is 2 behind, as you can see on the scorecard. And Hackl is also not won. So if he could post a score here, minus 13, minus 14, if he can get in here, get a birdie on this one, par 17 and 18, that would give him a good shot at maybe taking this away from Reisner. So he's already 5 under on his round, which is better than any of the guys. We don't have anybody under par, I don't believe, in this dozen guys. And the closest we have is Jakowski and Trenchard are both even par. So let's get it on here. Franz Hackl going to try and do something here on 16. And it's a white 6, so he's not going to get a birdie here unless he attacks the green. Instead, he's going to take a blue chip, and he will take his par. So, oops, I didn't want to click that. I need to get up my scorecard, and I'm going to put a par in for Franz Ackel. So he is through 16. We're going to go back to 15, and this will be Gil Granbury and Dave Simanowicz Jr., a couple guys that have had really rough goes of it today. And it will be Granbury. I don't think we've seen 15 yet, so 15 is almost 500 yards. Might be, depending on where the pin is located, but it's the longest par 4 in the course, and it says that if you miss the fairway, you're usually going to have to one putt in order to save par. So you can see here kind of a straight shot, but also the caution symbol is in play. So Granbury, and he has blue chips to use, but he's going to just go ahead and say roll it out, and it's going to be sand with his tee shot on 16, and then a green 5. Is he sandy? Semi-sandy, does not have the side or die putting that together, so it'll be a difficult par putt. 1 to 3, and he misses that. A moderate bogey, 1 to 5, and now an easy double bogey, and he does make that, but Gil Granbury, tournament to forget, -4 now, way back. And yes, we have kept his blue chips. We should use those at some point here. Simanowicz Jr. 35 is golf cam course on a daunting hole is probably going to spell a tough conclusion to the hole. But let's see. Green 4, cordial no, daunting no. It's going to be a moderate putt for par. Oh wait, daunting yes, clutch putt for par. My bad. Semi-gold. 1 to 4, and he does make it. He'll get a blue chip and earns a par. Okay, to 14, and it's going to be Sunny Lemons with a couple of red chips. And let's see what happens here. It will be 25, golf cam course, par 3, green 5, cordial no, daunting no. Easy putt for par, and he will use one of the red chips to make it moderate, so 1 to 5, and it's in the hole. Took a chance and got rid of one of the chips. So Josiah Jacobs, he's off of the leaderboard right now. He's nowhere to be found. He's having a really rough time. So also 25 and a green 4. But green 4 here on the par 3, is it daunting? No, it isn't. So he's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. He is semi-rust, and it was going to be 1 to 2 on the semi-rust, and instead he will end up earning a red chip trying to make that birdie. So then the par is made. So a couple pars there on 14. Okay, off to the 13th for Justin Wallace. Semi-daunting. He is at 11 under. Needs to make a move, but he's also cold, remember. And he's going to try and take control of this hole. So he's going to use a blue chip, roll the decider die. And it's a no, so that's enough to get it. So let's see if he can take advantage of this. 2, 3, 4. It's not direct. Is he dynamic? He's semi-dynamic, but we just rolled this and it's a no, so we're going to go to right now. Right now he is semi-cold. We're going to have to re-roll. So is he cold? No, he's not, so he will end up with an easy birdie putt. He could use the blue chip, but he's going to take his chances. Needs a 1 to 4, and it's a 5. He should Should have used it. So now give me par. And, you know, he's just in that gray area where he's not quite close enough to trust or to take that out of, you know, you want to try and squeeze those blue chips. Squeeze as much out of them as you can. And that's what he was trying to do there. Now, this is going to be Trenchard, who is 45, golf cam course, and it's going to be daunting. So that's going to lead to a double difficult par putt for him. And Trenchard is going to drop to -11 unless he makes the lag. If he doesn't, now he needs the easy bogey, which he does make. The question will be what happens with Reasoner. He's got a couple blue chips now, which are going to come in handy most likely for him. Rance Aberley, Canadian, at 12. And the white one won't help him because this is 5 degrees of course control. 24, rough and 2, and a green 4. He is not a workman, so it's a moderate putt for par, 1 to 5. And he holes it out and will remain -11. Gary Zakowski. He's got a decent chance if he can just get things to go his way a little bit here. 34 is golf cam course. Part of that would be the decider die not doing this. But a green 6, daunting, yes, because of the decider die. So it's going to be a clutch putt for par. And if he can get a 1 to 3 here, he will make his par and get a blue chip. And he would almost be through the toughest section. But he gets a 6, so he misses that red chip, and he's going to at least bogey. Has an easy bogey putt, and he holds it out. But Gary Zakowski drops to -12, and so Hochul still 2 back. And we're going to go to 11 for Chico Fonseca, who is 5 behind, and he's playing this hard hole. If they could get a white 4, him or his playing partner, it would be good. Or the white 6 gets him a patient par, which he will gratefully accept, as he just plays a nice average to slightly below average tee shot, plays it safe. And so Kanishi now, again, with extra control, can he get the 4? No, he doesn't. 25 is golf cam course. It's going to be daunting. So he has a clutch putt for par. And with the blue chips, he's going to use one of them. And no, wait, no, he's not. He is semi-gold. So he's going to take his chances. Can he get a 1 to 4 here? He does. He'll get another blue chip. So he's not in bad shape. He's at -12. He's 3 back, and he gets a clutch putt for par on this daunting hole. So, all right, now to 10. Another daunting hole, and there's going to be John Reasoner and Wacky Inouye. Reasoner is going to hold on to those chips for now. And there is the white 4 that would have been needed for the extra control. 24, rough and 2, and a green 5. This is, he's not a master, so he's going to need a difficult putt for par. He will hold the blue chips, even though he could make it a moderate and improve his chances. 1 to 3, and it's a 4. So he misses the difficult par. Now a moderate bogey. He needs to avoid a 6, and he does. Second bogey of the day. He's only 2 over par, but he's still flirting around here now with Hochul, who has put in a great 5 under round so far, even though we didn't get a chance to watch any of it. Now Wacky. He gets a white 1. That doesn't give him any control. 56 is, and the decider die blank. That's going into the rough and 1. And a green 5. Is he master? No, he's going to have a difficult putt for par as well, but it's good. So he gets his. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? Reasoner still in the lead, but he's 2 over par. You can see all of these over par scores. In a way, +8. It's tough to keep your composure when you're leading the tournament, when your playing partner is putting up something close to or above 80. So, okay, let's get on to 17 here with Hockle. He's just trying to coast home. If he could get in there at -13, this could be quite an interesting development, because I don't think I've ever had an emerging contender win. So 17 is par 3, longest and toughest par 3 on the course. Frequent bogeys are worse, 220. Semi-daunting, so we can't use that blue chip. So here we go. Hockle, white 4, and then a 16. It's in the sand in 1. Green 3. He should have a chance at par here. Is he chunky? No. He'll have a gimme par putt. So just needs to avoid 3 6s, and he does. So a par for Hockle, and he is pretty close to putting up that score that could very well do it. So just think if it had been the B+ golfer and we'd somehow gotten Emmerich in there, you know, that would have been crazy. So now Simanowicz Jr. on this par 5, 16th. Oh, and that black die comes in and knocks the white 5 to a white 3. So Simanowicz has control. 114, gilded, no, cold. Simanowicz is neutral, so moderate putt for birdie, and with only 1 chip, he's just going to go ahead and make it easy. 1 to 4, and he still misses. Gimme par. The dice are in all their regalia right now, trying to lay waste to everybody. So now Granberry. Okay, 1, 3, 4. Is he duffer? No. Champion? No. Utility? No. So moderate putt for birdie. And he's going to try and save it. He needs a 1 to 2 to make this moderate putt, and it's a 6. Could have used both chips, and he still might have missed it. So now, easy par. It's good to go. So things are pretty wackadoodle here. And it will be Sonny Lemons to tee off on 15. He has the honor. I'm just going to go ahead and roll 23 rough and 3 on a par 4. And we've had a few of those. That's just a ready-made bogey for you. So he's not a workman, so he ends up with an easy putt for bogey. He's going to use the red chip and make it moderate, and he gets the 6. So now an easy double. He makes that, but man, this is wreaking havoc here. Jacobs is just going to give the course control with a red chip. He's like, I want to get rid of this thing. 1, 12 is sand and 2. Green 3. Is he chunky? No. Gimme par putt. Actually, it's going to be easy because of the little flag there, and he does make the bogey. Oh, no, it's a par. My bad. I'm thinking through that rough in 3. Workman. Right, I gave him the moderate, right? Yeah. I used that caution symbol. That's why you ended up getting a moderate instead of easy. Okay. Wallace, par 3. Doesn't really have the traits to take it on, so he's going to take a par on the white 6. Now Trenchard, who was looking great, now he is back at -11. Although with Reasoner backing up a little bit, we may see him come back into it. 14 is Golf Cam course. It's not daunting, so this 2 isn't going to hurt him too much. It's neither cordial nor daunting, so he gets an easy putt for par. Let's roll it out. Avoid 6s, and he does. Okay, back to the 13th. And Rance Aberley is hanging tough. Still -11. Only 1 bogey on the day. And it's going to be 56. That's rough in 1 on a green 4. Should get through this. He's not a workman, so moderate second putt for par. Well, you know what? It goes to difficult. Difficult second putt for par, and he does make it. So on the 1 to 3 goes in. Gary Zakowski. Rough in 2. Now green 6, he's not a master. This is going to be a double difficult putt for par. And things are just getting worse. Okay, now an easy bogey. He's going to make it moderate with using that red chip, and it's still a bogey. And that's 3 in a row for Jakowski. He's gone from -14 all the way down to -11. He would be tied for lead if he hadn't taken the fall he has. So back to 12. Chico Fonseca. I think that's how you would say it. And he's got extra control, so this will be his ball game. 1, 2, 4. Is he a duffer? No, he isn't. It's not a firm green, so it's going to be Golf Cam green. Fortunately, the decider die says it's not challenging, so, and he's not a scatter golfer, so he's got a clutch putt for birdie. He's going to, let's see, he's going to take the chance to get a second blue chip here. If he misses, he's just going to end up with no blue chips. So he needs a 1 to 3. He's neutral, and he makes it. So almost used that chip, but instead he's going to get a birdie here on 12, one of the rare ones. Let's see, Granbury had a birdie. That's the only other person. Now Shinji Kanishi. Okay, 26 is Golf Cam course. It's going to be daunting. Green 4, so it's a clutch putt for par for Kanishi. 1 to 4. It's in, so he will make it. And he gets another blue chip. He's got a bunch to use now. And he is still within 2 shots of the lead. Let's see if he can make up a little ground here in the second to last group. Now, Waukee goes first here at the daunting 11th. 56. Decider die blank. Wind sends it into the gorse. It's going to be water. So he puts it in the drink in a green 5. Is he an icon? No. Moderate putt for bogey. Avoid the 6, Waukee. Oh, and he doesn't. Now, easy double. He makes that, but not sure how he can keep getting worse, but he is. He's back down to -4. He is 10 over on the day. Complete implosion. Now, John Reasoner. Going to go ahead and have him play this out, I think. Got to use those chips. Oh, and it's rough in 3. He's going to get burned by that roll. There's been a lot of this on here, and it's going to be 1. Workman, he's not a workman. Gimme putt for bogey, but he's going to drop into a tie with Hockle, and Hockle's going to finish up. So here's the gimme bogey. 2 in a row for Reasoner, and things are ultra tough today. Nothing is working. Reasoner, Hockle, -13. You got Kanishi still in this. Could he win his first tournament? Somehow he is 1 over on the day, and it still brings in Aberley and Jakowski and Trenchard. If anybody can go on a run here, get a couple birdies, this is still in play. Now, Reasoner still has a couple blue chips. We've been resistant to using them. You're going to have to use them at some point here, right? So, Hockle on 18 has one blue chip. He's just going to have to play it out. You do have some water. It's 458 yards. The Decider dive blank on 23. You end up in the water next to the green. So let's see what happens with Franz Hockle. With a 1, you can get control. 16 is Golf Cam Course. Semi-daunting with a dot. So 2 is going to be trouble. Cordial, no. Daunting, yes. It's a clutch putt for bogey. Hockle is going to use the blue chip to make it full gold. He does make it, but that is a bogey, and that will finish him out at -12. So not a bad, I mean, a really good round here compared to everybody else. Hey, that's okay, RJL. I know that this kind of stuff does take a lot of cleanup. I mean, usually I spend a lot of my time just preparing the next tournament as I finish up, as I get the other one finished. It's tough. So, Samanowitz. So now we've got a guy finished. It's Hockle, the emerging contender, and he's at -12. I'm assuming someone's going to emerge from this that's in that top 8 there, or whatever it is, who will take over, because there's some opportunities here. It's not easy, but Samanowitz will be first to play at 17, the par 3. He's well out of it. We should have just probably done out of contention rules for these guys, but it's kind of too late now. Rough in 1, green 5. Master, no, he isn't. So difficult putt for par, 1 to 3. And he puts it in. So good putt from Dave. Still has a good chance at a top 10. All right, Granbury is going to use a blue chip here. He has laser. It might help him. And he doesn't have to use the other one, so he dials up a white 1 on the par 3, and we're going to roll the rest and see if maybe something can come up to give him a birdie putt with laser. Let's see. 146. Utility, no. It's going to go to experience, and he's icon, so the 4 is going to ask if he's an icon, and he is. So it will be an easy birdie putt. And with 1 hole left, I mean, he's way back. He might as well just use it, make it gimme, and unless these dice are going to pull an RJL, he's going to make the birdie. RJL had a couple of those in key moments today that just, I think DJ had one, and fortunately for DJ, he overcame that. But he had some better holes later on. But when you miss one of those, it's really tough. So Josiah Jacobs at the 16th. Boy. You can give the course control here, but you got this burn that could get in your way. 135 is Duffer. Well, he is, so he's going to earn a second red chip. He's semi-duffer with a dot, so we go to the green 3 on the Gallery Groans. Par 5 style. Master, he's not a master, so he gets polite applause. That's kind of like the old-fashioned golf clap, I think. Polite applause. It's a 1, so he'll get a difficult birdie putt. And the one he already had, he will burn. So he's going to make that double difficult. He's going to lag it. And now he's going to have an easy par, which he makes. And now Sonny Lemons, member of the Citrus Club on tour, looking for his own chance at a birdie here. 224, king or bomber? Well, he is a king, so he gets a blue chip. And the gallery cheers. We could do the or something like that, I guess. I don't know. He's a champion, so in this case he gets to go for it if he wants. And he's way out of it. He's -4. He's like, hey, maybe I can actually catch a break here. So let's go for it. I'm gonna roll the white die again, and it's a 3. It's an easy putt for birdie. No eagle chance, but he does get a chance at birdie. Could use the blue chip. He's just gonna try and get that 1 to 4. 10. It's a 5. So give me par as things continue to turn these golfers into punching bags. Daunting 15th. Wallace is -11. Boy. He's going to do him. He's just going to take it. He's like, I'm sick of waiting. If I can get a birdie or two, I got 16 coming up, which is a potential birdie hole. Can I make something here? Takes control. 3-3-6, par 4. Is he hot? No, he's actually cold. Is he dynamic? Semi-dynamic with a dot. He gets an easy birdie putt. So here we go. Can he get the 1 to 4? It's in. Okay, so Wallace to -12, within 1, and he's cold the rest of the day, unfortunately, but still not out of it. Still has a chance. Here's Trenchard, no chips to use. 24 is Golf Cam Green. It's challenging. Look out. Par 4 and a 4. Friendly challenge. Friendly no challenging. Yep, it's going to be a clutch bogey putt. Can he get a 1 to 3? Nah, he's going to get a red chip and now an easy double bogey. And Trenchard is going to fall to -9. He is crying on the way to the 16th tee, wondering what could have been his home tournament. And he has completely torched his chances here. Okay. Aberley, Mr. Consistencies, +1 on the day. Could he find a birdie here? He's gonna take a chance here. He's gonna use his blue chip, take control of this, see if he can start something. 155, par 3. 166 is real good. 155, I don't know. Champion, he is a champion. He gets an easy birdie putt. So a 1 to 4, and he would join that group at -12. Can he make it? It is in the hole. Rance Aberley back to even par on the round. I know it's tough to see there. Let me see if I can improve my... if it's contrast. I think that's a little better, but that is a birdie for Aberley, and now Jakowski, who is also just 1 back, doesn't have a chip to use though, so that's, he's just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with a 1 or 2 on the white die. That's a 4, so 24 is Golf Cam Green, and the green 4 is going to be the old cordial daunting duo, or friendly challenging duo, excuse me, which is neither. So he needs a clutch putt for par to stay 2 behind. 1 to 3, and he does make it. So a good par putt saves him. Okay, Chico Fonseca, -11. He's boy, do we want to use chips here? He just got a birdie. Would love to keep it going. He's gonna go. He's gonna use a blue chip, roll on the semi-daunting, and he's got to use the second one now. So that's an expensive buy. Hopefully for him it works out. 1-2-6, especially with extra control. That's always the chance you take You could have rolled the white 4 and then you wouldn't have needed to spend anything. 1, 2, 6. Is it direct? No. Is he stone? He's not stone either. He's going to go to mood. Doesn't have a mood. Guess what? He is green 1. That asks if he is stormy. He isn't, so he's going to have a gimme birdie putt. So a good chance here to go back-to-back birdies, get to -12, and we're going to have a whole bevy at -12, as long as he doesn't get 6s, and it's in. And Fonseca now is sunny. And I typed sunny, that's not going to help me. Fonseca will, as I have little conditional formatting that when that shows up, it goes, yay. Now, Kanishi is the same situation, and he's going to use a blue chip. But that time he only has to use 1 in order to get control. Let's see if Kanishi can get to something here. 1, 3, 5. Duffer or puny? No, he's shaper. Utility? No. It's going to be right now. Kanishi is not cold. He's neutral, so he will have a moderate birdie putt. And he's going to use that second blue chip that he didn't have to use on the daunting to make it easy. Can he get a 1 to 4 and pull himself into a tie with Reasoner for the lead? It's in. Kanishi, finally, seems like the dice are loosening up a little bit. We're getting some birdies. And Reasoner and Kanishi are tied at -13. Kanishi with an even par round so far. So we've got some guys right there, and it's going to be Reasoner still with a couple of tough holes to play before getting into some more fertile ground. Reasoner first. Let's see. He's going to save those chips for the next hole since that one has the caution symbol. 44, and that's rough in 3. He is getting torched by the rough in 3 on a par 4 and a green 6 to boot. Master, no, he's going to have a moderate bogey putt. Make a 1 to 5, he does, but that's going to drop him out of the lead. 3 in a row, bogeys. Not the way you draw it up if you're a guy trying to hold on to the lead, and he still has now he's got the blue chips to use on 13, but it may be too late. We'll have to see. A lot of drama left. Lots and lots of drama. So we're to the 18th with Granbury and Simanowitz. Did we wait too long to use those blue chips for Reasoner? You hate to spend them quickly and then have it burn you, but maybe so. Kanishi -13. You can see the horrible scores here from Reasoner, Trenchard, Simanowitz Jr., Granbury, in a way, that's a bad score. I don't know. That's a bad pun. So let's get the scorecard back up here and let's get this played out. I'm getting sweaty. It's really warm in this room. But, all right, semi-daunting. Here's Granbury looking to put himself out of this misery. He does get a blue chip. He's not going to use it, but it is a par. There you go. So 76 plus 5 on the day. And he finishes maybe in 10th. Maybe he'll be able to finish out there. Top 10 finish. Dave Simanowitz Jr. He's going to need a clutch putt for par. So 1 to 4. And he makes it. So I'll give him another blue chip. I'll give him the chip there. He makes his par. That's a 74. A little better than Granbury. And now that group is through. Now it's going to go to Josiah Jacobs on 17. He'll spend the red chip to give the course control. 25. Unfortunately for him, it's going to be a decide or die yes. So we go to green 2. Cordial, no daunting, yes. Clutch putt for bogey. semi-rust. He can't earn any chips, so, and he makes it anyway. So that's a bogey. Now lemons. White 6 would give him a chance. It's not going to be, though. So it's going to be golf cam course. Green 1. Cordial, no. Laser. He is laser. He'll get a clutch birdie putt. And with that semi-rust, he's going to be using the blue chip. 1 to 4, and it's in. So lemons with a good birdie on 17. He is tied now with Granbury at -10. Or not -10, at -5. 10th place. Of course, I think Dustin Emmerich and a couple of others are going to finish ahead of these -5 guys. So just the way that the scoring ends up working out with History Maker Golf. So okay, so Justin Wallace, one back of Kanishi now. Kanishi's the only guy in the lead. And here we go, par 5. You need to birdie badly. 2, 4, 5, par 5. Legend, no. Champion, no. Okay, it's going to be a short game check. Green 2. Is he stone? No. Boy, if it were a 1, he would have had chipped in, but instead it'll be a pin shot. Can he get a 1 and a dot to be able to chip this in and join Kanishi at -13? Nah, it's going to be a 5. So a moderate par putt. Just has to avoid the 6, and it's in. But he feels like that's a chance wasted. Now Trenchard, he's quite a ways back now. He'll give the course control here. Like, just get me on one of those golf cam course spaces, which it doesn't. It's going to be in the trees in 1 and a green 6. So is he a master? No. He's going to end up with an easy putt for par. Makes it. Now Rance Aberley, who is starting to field it a little bit here. Of course, Kanishi is too. But he's got to make it through this very tough hole, 15. 55 is sand in 1 with a green 1. This is actually a good roll. Sand in 1, green 1. Is he chunky? Well, he's semi-chunky, but the decide or die bails him out here. He's going to have a wow chance. He'll earn a blue chip. And this shot out of the bunker where he had a really good lie is going to have, it's going right at it. Let's see what happens. And it checks up just within 6 feet, and that is going to be an easy birdie putt. He's going to try and make this. He would join Kanishi at the top if he can get a 1 to 4. It's in. Back-to-back birdies for Aberley. And we've got 2 at -13 now, with Reasoner on the outside looking in at the moment. Now it's Zukowski. 2 back. Gets a white 6. That's an excellent roll on a tough hole. So he'll take a par and move on. Okay, to 16, or no, actually 14, my bad. So Fonseca. These guys don't have any blue chips anymore, but Fonseca is 1 back as well as extra control on this par 3. But it's a white 5. It's 25 golf cam course. Par 3, green 5. Cordial, no. Daunting, no. It's going to be an easy putt for par. 6-6 miss, and he makes it. Now Kanishi, with blue chips, he's going to go ahead and take his chances. He's got a 50% chance of control. Actually 66 if you count the 6. But it's also a white 5. It's going to be golf cam course, green 4 on a par 3. Is it daunting? It's not. He's going to get a clutch putt for birdie. He would take a 1-shot lead over Aberley if he can make this 1 to 4. If it was a little later, I'd use a blue chip to make it full gold. But 1 to 4, it's in. That is a birdie. He gets another blue chip. And Kanishi Finally, someone is back to under par. You know what? I missed out on Wacky Inouye on 12. Got a little ahead of myself. So let's roll him out now. I think that's okay. He's basically out of contention anyway. So it's going to be 34 Golf Cam Course 1. Cordial, no. He's not laser either. A clutch putt for par 1 to 3. And he makes it. We'll give him a blue chip. So he gets a par there. Good for Wacky Wacky. And he'll have the tee on 13. So that's why I just wanted to make sure we kept it all together. Wacky Wacky. Guys, had a rough go of it today. It's a tough course. 45 Golf Cam Course, and it's going to be daunting, so he's going to have a clutch putt for bogey. I'm going to try to hold on to it 1 to 3, and he misses it. So, easy double. And now Reasoner. Alright, Reasoner is going to go ahead and be a little bit more aggressive with these chips. He doesn't have to use the second one. He gets control. He'd love to be able to use that semi-champion to his benefit. 1-2-5. Par 4. Bomber, no. Hacker, no. It's going to be Golf Cam green, and it's going to be a challenging green. So, just not going his way here. Friendly, no. Challenging, yes. It's going to be a clutch putt for bogey, and just when you think things are going bad, you get this. And now he's going to have to use a blue chip to make himself gold, and he needed to do it, but that's going to be another bogey. That's 4 in a row, and he drops to minus 11. He is 3 back of Shinji Kanishi. Man, this has been completely turned upside down with Reasoner starting to get into a funk. And even using blue chips, he takes it on the chin. So, hey, Philip Reynolds. Oh, if the leaderboard, Reasoner just started having some issues. He just tough holes. I mean, that whole stretch, if you see up at the top right of the screen, that's kind of the story of the course, and you see how much yellow and red there is, especially from, we'll say 6 through 13. There's really, and the out one is just because of the scorecard. That's not a hole. That's where you total up. All of those holes are either daunting or semi-daunting, and there's not much respite. So it's just relentless until you get to 14, and that's where they are now. He's going to have to respond because everybody else has kind of like picked up some birdies on these tailing holes that needed him. But he wasted his blue chips too. That's where it's tough. He felt like he needed to use them, and it didn't come in his favor. So here is Sonny Lemons finishing up his round, and he gets control 2-5-6 on a par 4. Is he legend, semi-legend with a dot, so he'll get a blue chip for a brilliant drive. And then a green 6 on the gallery. Cheers. Is he hacker? No, he'll have a difficult birdie putt. He'll use a blue chip to make it moderate. 1 to 2. Can he make a birdie to end? And he does. So a good close there for Lemons. He'll have, that's a good tournament for him, really. Now he is a 2B, so his rating is pretty decent. Now Josiah Jacobs, he'll take his par on the white 6. 17, and we will go to Justin Wallace. 2 back. Nothing he can really do about this. Doesn't have chips. Can't take control of it. A white 6 would go a long way. But it's going to be 46 Golf Cam Course. It's not daunting, so that's at least part of the trouble. And the par 3 check is it daunting? It isn't, so he's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. He has a 1 to 3 to get a blue chip and to join Aberley at minus 13 with still a chance. Can he get a 1 to 3 here? No, he doesn't. He's a red chip. And that is just a groan that he, just a guttural rumble of frustration as another putt goes by the wayside. He's got 3 birdies today, but the 3 bogeys are what are haunting him right now, sitting at even par. Now, Adam Trenchard. It's going to be 26 golf cam course, and this will be daunting, so no such luck for him. Well, it's just a green 1 check, so cordial, no. Is he laser? Oh, if he were laser, he would have a birdie putt. Instead, it's going to be a clutch putt for par. 1 to 3, and he makes that one. He gives a look to Wallace and says, see? That's how you do it, man. Wasn't that nice? Not too shabby, mate. All right, so Aberley, can he get a birdie here at 16 and put the pressure on Kanishi? 2-5-5, par 5. He is a legend. He gets another blue chip. Legend driver, and then we go to the green 5 on the par 5 gallery cheers chart. Hacker. He's not a hacker, so he gets strong applause. And he may use both of these blue chips, depending on what his role is here. It's strong applause. If he could get a moderate, if it's a 1 or 2, it's a 6. So that's a double difficult birdie putt, and he's not spending chips for that half chance. So he will lag it. So that gives him an easy par, which he holes out. So that ends his birdie streak at 2. Now Gary Zukowski, he's 3 back. Okay, 2-3-5. Legend or shaper. He is a legend. He will get a blue chip to add to his stack. And now he's got also has the green 5. He is not a hacker, so he gets strong applause. Now it's the same thing with him. He has 3 chips. So if he could get something in the 1 to 2 range, and it's a 4, that's a difficult birdie putt. With 2 holes left, he's going to use 1. He's going to make it moderate. He needs a 1 or 2. It basically doubles his chance. He wants to have 2 to take control on either 17 or 18. And it's in. Wow, that was some kind of a... that's a moderate birdie putt. He makes it, and that was some kind of a plan, because you can't really plan for that. That was something out of the blue, because the chances of that paying off are basically 33%. So you're really only gaining a 16% advantage there off of that particular. Just dumped a little bit of water on myself. My water bottle was frozen before, and then I realized that I thawed it out and it was open. So, but he gets to minus 12. He is not out of this yet. But now we've got 15 for Kanishi, the leader, and he will use 2 blue chips. This is really the last truly hard hole. He wants to take control of this and eliminate any chance of an issue. 1-3-4, or vastly downplay it. 1-3-4 hack. Wait, that's par 3. Chart wrong one. Excuse me. Is it direct? No. He's not a hacker, so he's going to go to experience. Green 1, is he prospect? He's not prospect. He's going to have a gimme birdie putt. Here we go. Gimme for Kanishi, and it... Oh! Rob! There you go. Now a gimme par. Oh. I thought that you always think of those things as just automatic. Instead, he misses, and he's still not out of the woods yet. That would have given him a 2-shot lead. Chico Fonseca, it's going to be 12, sand and 2, and a green 1. Chunky, no, gets a pin chance. So remember, we have the safety or caution symbol or whatever. It's a 5. That takes it from a moderate par to a difficult par. 1 to 3, misses it. Moderate bogey, makes it. So Fonseca, that's going to pretty much do him in, I think. I mean, he could still potentially eagle 14, although it's pretty tougher. He is dynamic. That would be his one chance. If you have a dynamic trait, you can sometimes get an eagle putt on even an indirect par 5 or a non-direct. Okay. Now, the choke artist here is John Reisner. He's got to get it together. Par 3, needs a 1 or a 2, really. He gets a 2, 366 par 3. Can he cash this in for a birdie and right his ship? He is not dynamic, so we go to right now, and of course we know right now he is cold because he's on 4 bogeys in a row. But it's going to be 6. He's not hot. He has a difficult putt for par. This is a good chance of being his 5th bogey in a row. 1 to 3, and he misses. Moderate bogey. Does make that, but John Reisner, 6 over on his round, just keeps dropping. And I guess the pressure has just gotten to him. That first tournament victory staring him in the face, and that is oftentimes a lot to expect out of somebody. Now Justin Wallace here. We got him at -12 with a red chip. He's not going to use it here. He'll just... Well, it gets eaten up by a patient par, so he will finish and put up the score at -12 along with Franz Hockel. So if Kanishi can't finish this out, he's right, and as well as Aberley. So now Trenchard, only 1 blue chip, so he's going to have to hang on to that. And oh, he gets control. 2, 3, 4. It's not direct. Is he dynamic? No, he isn't. So it's going to be right now. Right now he isn't cold. He's not hot either. So not hot means double difficult birdie. He'll use the blue chip to make it difficult. He needs a 1. Needs a 1. And it's a 2. So now moderate par. Easy bogey. And there's the bogey. I am here to tell you that if you go for when you go for any kind of a difficult putt for birdie or par, if you try it, more or less whatever die you roll is required by law to hit 6 every time on the follow-up putt. It's probably the bane of my History Maker golf existence, is just how crappy those odds seem to be. It's not, doesn't seem equivalent, but yeah, that it's just there's a lot of 4 putts in this game, and I mean, especially if you try to play it straight up. So you just have to lag all the time. It's kind of a frustrating thing, but anyway, Zukowski, because you just can't play it straight. Taking that difficult birdie, I should have just lagged it, because he has no chance of making. I mean, he's got just the slimmest of chances of making it because of my lag rule, which is fine. But I don't know. I feel like that's my current thing. So Zukowski, he has champion, hero, and laser. He's gonna try and take control of this, and he needs to use both So there's that. Now he is minus 12. If he could get a birdie here and find a way to a par on 18, that would knock out Hockle and Wallace from any chance at this victory. Let's see if Zukowski can get a birdie chance here. 2-3-3 on the par 3. Is he hero? He is. He gets an easy birdie putt. Needs a 1-4. After all this complaining about the die coming up as a 5 or 6, really a 6. Can we get a 1-4 here? And there you go, the 6. Give me par. And he does make that. So, what a shame, what a shame. Now, Rance Aberley, he is the guy who really needs to have this workout, so he's going to try it as well. Can he do it with only one? No, he cannot. He's got to use both. So this is all the beans. If he can tie Kanishi on this hole 17, can he get a birdie here? 3, 5, 6. Is he champion? He is. He gets an easy birdie putt. Now, come on. We've got to get something here. 1-4. Yo! Yay! We've got a tie. We've got a contest here. Of course, Kanishi still has to play 16, which is a pretty easy hole, and he is on the tee, ready to go. I'm not rooting necessarily for Aberley. I just want to see a little bit of success here. All right, Kanishi on the par 5. Oh, and it's course control 16. It's in the sand with his first shot. And then a green 4. Is he sandy? No. He ends up with an easy putt for par. He just no chance at birdie here. Now, if you read the rules, you could potentially let him have, if you play it consistently, you could let him have a moderate birdie putt. But we're not going to do that because that's not the way I play it. So he's just going to take his easy par, and he makes it. Another green 6 for the record. And now Fonseca. Another white 5, 46 golf cam course. With it cordial, this should earn him a birdie chance here. Clutch birdie. He needs a 1-3. Can he get it? Oh, and it was 1 for a minute, and then it flipped to 4, so he misses the birdie putt. Easy par. It's in. So, and I skipped Inouye again. That's the second time I've done this with a guy. Not cool. Let's play him out 14. I forget about him. Wacky Wacky. He's so far behind. He's like an afterthought at this point. Okay, so on the par 3 14th, that's a 14 golf cam course. 2. It's going to be an easy putt for par. He knocks it down. And he has the honor at 15. Good old Wacky Wacky gets his opportunity here at this tough hole. Wacky 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 Wack whack 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 whack. And he's in the rough in 3 on the par 4. He has found just about every adventure you can find on this course. He's not a master. He has a moderate bogey putt. 1-5, and it's a 6. Easy double. And Wacky's day, we'll give it to him. Wacky's day, it was a double, just keeps getting worse. John Reasoner. This pairing is just a pairing from you know what. And I play this as Special Result City because he's got control, even though it's kind of one of these patient par deals. So, triples. We play the special result for John Reasoner, and his day sure could use a good result here on the par 4, but we all know that doesn't always happen here. 22, roll again, level 2, so we get to go to the next chart, and the next chart is 45. I'm yet to go to chart 3. Missed green on second shot. Wedge delivers poor recovery, loss of confidence, difficult putt for par. Reduce recovery quality 1 full level. So we're going to reduce, I guess, he's going to go chunky. he'll be chunky the rest of the day. And he's got the difficult putt for par, 1 to 3. He does make that. And I have to see if I've got a chunky. He is a chunky monkey. Started using that in the earlier one, and it, I don't know. All right, I just have to remember it. He's chunky. So let me take a look at this stuff here. If I'm a Red Sox fan, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it. I mean, it's the way it is sometimes. The dice have their. I guess the dice have their off days too. You know. Or maybe it's their on days. Sometimes that's the funnest, the most fun you have is watching others kind of implode. So we've got Kanishi and Aberle, 2 non-winners vying for the title, and Aberle will finish first. Can he get a white 1 or a white 6? That would be his day made. It's a 4, it's a 12. So sand and 2 and a green 3. Can he get up and down? Needs to get up and down. Sand and 2, green 3. Is he chunky? Semi-chunky with a dot. That's a difficult putt for par. He needs a 1 to 3 if he's going to stay at minus 14, but he should be able to put in the score either way, although that leaves a moderate bogey. 1 to 3. Oh, and he makes it. So good finish for Aberle. 2 under on his round. That may be the only under. Nah, yeah, Kanishi's also under par, but man, that is remarkable. 32 on the back, 3 under par. Really great back 9 for him. Now it's Zukowski finishing up. He needs a special result here mostly, but he won't get that. It's going to be 16 golf cam course. It's not daunting. He could get a birdie here and move himself to minus 13 just in case. You know, he could get into that sole second place depending on what happens with Kanishi. So golf cam course in green 6. Is it daunting? It's not. So he has a clutch putt for birdie. 1 to 3. And it's a 4. He gets a red chip. We're allowed to use it on 18. We're going to take it from an easy follow-up to a moderate follow-up. And he makes his par. All right, a 72, 1 over par for Zukowski. He's going to finish at minus 12, along with Ockel and Wallace. Good tournament for those guys. Trying to stay hydrated. It's a warm day here in unseasonably warm here in Scotland. Kanishi at 17. Do we want to use? I think we want to save those chips for 18. Let's just do it because he also has extra control. It's going to be 12, rough and 1, and a green 1. He's going to have a chance at a birdie here, probably. He's going to have a chance at a chip in, unless he's workman, and he's not. So a pin shot. He's already made at least 1 of these, maybe 2. Here we go. A 1 and a dot. He makes it and takes a 1-shot lead. Otherwise, he will end up with some kind of a putt for par. Here we go. It's a 5. That's a moderate par putt. 1 to 5. Can he make it? And he does. So he will head to 18. Tied with Rance Aberle. And now Fonseca. He'll toss in his red chip. Throw out his gold teeth and see how they roll. Okay. So... And that was he gave up control, so it's a 5. Now, the only thing is, we got triple 4s. What we need to do now, we do need to roll the white die, because if a quad comes up, that is still a special result. So if a 4 comes, and it doesn't, so it's still going to be course controlled, 44. That is sand and 1. And then we've got the we've got a little bit of a caution symbol there to boot. So is he chunky? No. So it goes from moderate to difficult. Difficult putt for par for Chico Fonseca, and he still holds it out. 16. John Reasoner. He is just. He looks like he's been run over by a truck, and then an airplane had to make an emergency landing on the freeway where he was hit, and then that thing ran over him too. He is minus. He's 4 back. Really has no chance. He basically needs an eagle here somehow, and it's 2-5-6. And then it also looks like a roving horde of barbarians came and then beat the crap out of him after all of that happened too. So it's really kind of a bad day for him. 2-5-6. Legend, no. Direct green, no. All right, short game check, green 5. Soft. He's not even soft there. It's semi-soft, and the decider die says, it's not your day, buddy. Plan for next week. You better get playing. Moderate par putty makes it. And now Wacky Wacky. Wacky Wacky's like, I think I would take that truck, airplane, roving horde of barbarian thing right now. That would be better than what I'm going through. 4-4-6. Because he's what? He's at least plus 11. 4-4-6. Legend or bomber, no. Shaper, no. Hacker, no. It's right now. Right now, it's not good. He's not hot. Double difficult putt for birdie. Let's just go ahead and lag him out here. Get him his par at 16. And he makes that. So, all right, let me see what the chat says. Anything new? Implosion on 18 to come. Thanks, Bleacher Bum. Thanks. Appreciate the thought. So let's take a look at this leaderboard here before I move on to the final 2 holes. We've got Shinji and we got Rance. Minus 14. Shinji just needs to keep it between the lines on 18 to get into that playoff. 18's not a hole, but he does have chips. He can take control of this. And if he gets the right set of rules, maybe he can win this outright. We'll see. But we've got everybody finished up except for Shinji, Chico, John, and Wacky Wacky. Just have to say that a couple more times. Let's see. It will be, I think Kanishi is first. He just, the last thing he wants right here is a bogey. I mean, I think he wants to be able to take a chance at a birdie. Whoops, I'm grabbing the wrong thing there. No wonder it's not letting me shrink that down. All right, so Kanishi looking for his first tour victory, and would also be a first major. 2 under on the back. He will use a blue chip. Does he need to use a second one to get full control? He does. So that may hurt him. If he had got a chance at an easy birdie putt, he wouldn't be able to upgrade it. So here we go for Kanishi. 3-3-6 on the par 4. Can he get a birdie? 3-3-6. Is he hot? Nah, he's not right now. Is he dynamic? No, he isn't. So it's golf cam green. Par 4 green 3. Is it challenging? It's not. He's going to have a clutch putt to win this outright. 1-4, because he is semi-gold. Can he make a 1-4 putt to take the lead, finish out his round, minus 15, and there's no way Reasoner would be able to catch up to him. Can he make this? He needs a 1-4 to win the championship of the UK. Oh, and he makes it! It was on 5 for a second, and it flipped one last time. Shinji Kanishi, the Japanese player who has toiled and toiled here on the tour all season, he is going to be the winner here. Fonseca has to finish up, but he has just done it. It's at 16. Golf Cam Course for Fonseca. Green 4. Cordial, no. Daunting, yes. It's going to be a clutch putt for par. 1 to 3, no. And he'll go with the moderate bogey. The red chip, we're going to go ahead and... so a bogey for Fonseca. He's going to finish at -10. And that's going to be it. I mean, we have to play out Reasoner here. And Wacky. What a twosome this is. They're going to go a combined +20 on this round, unless they can find some favor here. 26 Golf Cam Course, green 2 on the par 3. It's not daunting, so it's going to be an easy par putt for Reasoner, and he makes it. And now Wacky. 22 is rough and 1. Green 4, Workman, no. Moderate putt for par. And he makes that. Okay, off to 18, and these guys are just doing the mere formalities. Reasoner, he's like, I need a reason or something. 25 Golf Cam Course, green 3 on the par 4 is going to ask if it's daunting. It's going to ask first cordial, then daunting, and it's a dot, so this is not good. Reasoner, clutch putt for bogey. Needs a 1 to 3. Misses that. Now the moderate double makes that. Reasoner is going to finish in tied for 7th, -8. Now Wacky. So these guys are a total of a +22 right now. Quite the sight for sore eyes. 24 is Golf Cam Green, and a 5 friendly. No, it's neither friendly nor challenging. Easy putt for par. Wacky makes his par. Poor guy. That's an 85. What an abysmal round for him. There you go. So this is the tail of the tape, and that tape is all bent and sounding like somebody has turned it around a steel pipe a few times and is like tied it in a couple of knots, and good luck, because it is horrible. I mean, that is, you have 2 under par rounds and 1 even par, and then 9 that are ugh. So actually, let's go ahead and get into here. And what is the issue with my leaderboard? That's why. Well, I'm gonna have to fix it. So this is the best leaderboard we can do right here. That is right here on your screen right now. Kanishi with the 1-shot victory over Rance Aberley. A new winner on tour. And Franz Hockel from the emerging contender spot. At least, but I mean, it's tough because the emerging contender isn't playing out the whole round. He had a pretty decent finish for us, although it was still +1. He bogeyed 18. So, all right. Thank you, guys. This was a lot of History Maker golf today. A full round here on my channel. The back 9 over with Robert on RJL for his Northern Trust, and so I don't know. I'm probably gonna take a week off from this. I may play a tournament just in my under tour, but I've got other things I need to do. So I'd say look for some baseball coming up soon, because I've also got stuff I need to do there. But I think this is going to round out my day on the tabletop here. Going to have to do some accounting and stuff, the card maintenance, things like that always come with this tour. Let me check the comments. So Johnson won your tournament, and he's currently minus 28 at the real course. That's cool. Yeah, it's. I guess that's one of the things. I've. I made the choice back when I got started doing this that I thought to myself, well, the let's see. Let me do this real quick. That I had plenty of feedback. There we go. I mean, plenty of feedback from some people that were like, I don't think that the fictional route is the way to go, and I think it's worked out pretty well. For me, it was neat, and I think, like with baseball and hockey and such, although I think I don't know. Play has also gotten. There's been a lot of people who've been playing their Fury games, which is basically a complete re-envisioning of the rules of each of those games. It's called Hardball and Fury Football. A lot of people get some real pleasure out of the fictional names and not having any of the preconceived notions. But of course, when you're playing with real names, and if you're playing at the same time as a tournament, you do have a chance that one of those guys would win both or would be in real good shape for both. So, which has kind of an interesting feel to it. So anyway, I just want to thank you guys again for bearing it out. The majors are tough. I like to have stuff put on the channel with a major, like the full final round, because for one thing, the majors are usually on courses that I would only use once in a blue moon. The tour courses, I'm going to do a season 3, and we will see almost all of them again. But Firth Clyde links, we probably won't see. I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure whether I will be following the, where the Open Championship goes in the future. I chose this because, I mean, there wasn't one this year. They canceled the whole thing, so we really didn't have anywhere. And I think it was going to be at Royal Liverpool this year, if I'm right. So, and I don't know as Royal Liverpool is actually in, has been carded by Play. I think there's probably a user-created course. And by the way, if you like History Maker Golf, have a look on their Delphi forum, and also in the Play Games community on Facebook. There are plenty of links to free courses, and I mean, and as of right now, there's also each week they're trying to do, and I think there's it's been pretty successful the first week, and we're in week 2 now. I haven't played my rounds yet, but they're doing a kind of an informal tournament where you play 2 rounds offline on your own. You report the scores, and all of the courses are user created or the ones that are available with the game. Like the first week was Kapalua, which comes with the game. This week it's Olympic Club. I haven't played my rounds yet, but Olympic Club US Open layout is really tough. It may even be tougher than the course that I just played here, which was pretty dang tough. So you got a lot of things there. Also, you've got opportunities that if you like courses, you can card them out. And if you've got a course that's not in the repertoire of Play Games, you could go and make your own. Just buy the ratings manual, how to rate players, and it tells you how to rate players and rate courses, and you're on your way. You could do anything from a previous PGA Tour season that isn't available from Play to courses that and actually the plan is for next year, so season 3 Slacker, I'm really hoping to have a slew of actual Corn Ferry Tour courses to play. I'm going to card a number of them, as well as a friend of the channel who has done some design, Larry. He comes in the chat quite often, and I think we're going to work together on these. So I'm looking forward to that, to getting some courses that are really just playable scoring tracks that guys who aren't as good, because it's really kind of tough to, some of the courses that you play that are PGA regular stops are just a little too tough for the guys who are basically just trying to scratch in. So, well, RJL, yeah, I mean, it's the fictional players. It's kind of like a blank slate, and you get a guy like Kanishi who's a 2A, he should win, but you've got one season 2As that I haven't seen win yet, like Evan Aldrich has won, Gail Honorado, they haven't won. So this is the first for Kanishi, and it was good. He played pretty well. Not a card that has a ton of great qualities. I think if Emmerich, and so I also had some comments from the first video. I don't want to take too much more time, as I've been doing this a while, and my family's probably like, where the heck are you? But anyway, I got some feedback not only from the morning round, but from the first 3 rounds about the Emmerich thing, and I appreciate all of you basically supporting the decision I made, which is just always, and I would just encourage all of you, when you're playing your rounds, when you're playing your games, make consistent decisions. Whatever you do, try and, especially if it's procedural, and the gameplay for the most part, you just get so rhythmic with it, and things just come, and you don't even have to really think about it after a while, which that can also be a trip up. Sometimes you can make a little mistake here or there just because you're kind of like in the zone, but when it comes to procedural things, when it's maybe something that's a little bit just in that gray area, like this was with Emmerich, I mean, there's nothing in the rules that say you couldn't just take a B player and play him out. There's nothing saying we couldn't have taken all the B players and just played them and seen what happened. I mean, we may have had a completely different tournament here with how Reasoner just dropped off the face of the earth in the second half of that round. That really opened up the door for someone who, let's say, started the day 7 under par. You saw Ockel. What if Emmerich? What if we played him out and he started out, let's say, -7, -8, and he was able to rattle off 4 birdies in a row, got to -12. Then he's right in it, So, whatever you do, I guess that's my message, is just to be consistent and to value the results and value your results. Don't devalue past results because you are looking for whatever drama might come from a Dustin Emmerich winning a Grand Slam or whatever. It's like, it's okay. That in itself. So now, if he were to win the Grand Slam in season 3 for some reason, that is given even more weight, because we just saw how tough it was, and I can't imagine he will. But it definitely puts more of a a gravity to what you do when you just make sure that you set the bar in a way that it's just not so easily achievable. So I appreciate your feedback on that, and I wasn't I don't know, it's easy to be tempted in this world, and that's for anything, but this is just for fun, and I wouldn't blame anybody for wanting to put Emmerich in there. But just you just want to try and have your projects, I guess, mean whatever you want them to mean to you, is kind of what it is. So Darth Emmerich, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to get too far into that. I mean, I have no problem with any of you using that name, but being the person who's running this tour, I'm trying to be, you know, me clapping for Aberley during that round was probably as close to rooting for somebody as I've done on this tour, because I want to be like an unbiased arbiter of things and do things in a way. You know, you may not agree with some of the chip choices that I made. I may not agree with yours if you were to be putting stuff on YouTube and I was watching you. You know, it's open for interpretation. But what my hope is, I don't want to treat anybody completely differently or out of the norm from what. You know, I'm not going to sit there and try and do something really wacky with somebody like, I don't know. They have a difficult par putt on hole 2 and they've got 2 blue chips, and I'm just going to go ahead and use both of those blue chips to make it easy. I'm not going to do that. That's a poor use of chips. So I'm just trying to get somewhere in that middle ground where it's plausible that they would feel that way. I feel bad with Reasoner that I feel like there were chances to use those blue chips, but I also think that there's times where you want to save that up. And, you know, probably some of the worst playing you can do with blue chips is to buy control. It's like some of your best stuff is just taking a moderate, using 2 chips and going to gimme, because it's a lot to buy, but you're going from 33% make to greater than 90, and so that's like a 60% gain, right? So, but you know, if anybody, I don't know, I probably should link it in one of these videos. Maybe if I'll go out and find it after this and throw the link if anybody's interested. And if you've already seen it, that's fine. But there is a discussion on the Play site about proper chip usage, or not proper, but just wise chip usage, and maybe some ways to do it that are a little bit antithetical or not obvious. I feel like the one that I do more often than not is to take a follow-up putt that's an easy par or an easy bogey and scrub it down to a moderate to get rid of a red chip. But I think buying black 1s and black 6s are also underrated too. So it can really come in handy at times depending on how you work out. So anyway, I'm going to sign off here. I said a few minutes ago I didn't want to drone on, and I did. But you know, feel free to comment. Let me know if you have any questions about the gameplay. I would recommend this game to anybody. It's pretty quick to get up on your feet. I mean, if you go watch RJL's channel, he hasn't had the game for too long, and he's playing it and having a lot of fun with it. So by all means, I would just say it's a game that is, you know, and if you go, last thing I'll say, if you go onto the Play Games community on Facebook and you read the various things, you know, you see people who are just like, I don't like golf, but this History Maker golf thing is pretty awesome. So, you know, even if you're not a golfer or just kind of like a real casual golfer, you'll pick it up and you'll have a lot of fun with it. So anyway, have a great rest of your Sunday. It's not too far from over. We're like 4:30 my time. So hit like and see you soon. Got 6 tournaments left in this tour, so it's all downhill from here. See you soon.